Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all had a great day. Guys, in this video, I want to talk about this Epic Relic, which is incredibly strong on specific champions. Before we start, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to the video. Alright, let's take a look. So why is this relic so insane? Because the Vera's damage increases by 1% each time they place a debuff. And this stacks up to 30%, which is a huge damage increase. Now, if you level this up, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more damage increase per buff you place. I don't think it's increasing the cap. I don't think it's increasing the cap to 35%. It's more likely increasing, the initial percentage you get per debuff you place. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we already have one here, so it's 6% per debuff. That means you have to place 5 debuffs when this relic is on max level, and you will stack your damage up to 30%. Now, that's basically the same mechanic that Nature's Wrath has. So for each debuff you place, your damage increases, right? Just that this relic increases your damage way more than Nature's Wrath. And apparently it also stacks. You also get almost 400 attack on the max level and 51 accuracy and 1662 HP. Now, I don't care too much about the HP. I really feel like 400 attack is a lot. That's really good. And 51 accuracy, always nice to have. A little bit extra accuracy because you need to place debuffs anyway, right? So this is really, really good. Now, there's one champion that instantly came to my mind when I saw this relic. And it was nobody other than Trunda. So I was lucky enough to get this Epic Relic, and I can only say it works like a charm. So not that Trunda wasn't good before. She's the best Hydra DPS out there. Even after the nerf, they tried to nerf it and whatsoever. And Trunda basically got nerfed. The damage was significantly higher before the nerf, but she's still the best nuker, part of the best teams out there. Nobody can compete with Trunda. Even the best mythical champions, they won't be able to do as much damage as a Trunda team. So as you can see, I upgraded this relic to 4-star, level 12. I get 255 attack, 28 accuracy, which is nice because with that extra accuracy, I can focus on other stats with her gear. So she gets 4% more damage per debuff she places. And that means I need to place 8 debuffs in total to reach that cap of 30% extra damage, which is pretty easy to do with her AoE attack because she places HP burns. Then you also have 2 slots for gemstones in here. I decided to go for these ones. The triangular one is really nice, even though it's a rare. The Vera's crit damage increases by 3% for each debuff they are under, stacks up to 30% as well. So if you're running a Trunda team with a Gerptug, like me, this is actually insane, right? Because most of the times you will have debuffs, you will have poison debuffs on Trunda because you're trying to push the damage anyway with those debuffs, and then she stacks up her crit damage as well. So it's just another layer of damage increase. And then the circular one, the Vera deals 5% more damage against enemies with full HP, what just helps to, kill those freshly spawned heads, and, another 5% more damage. So as you can see, I can ramp up so much damage, and it really made such a huge difference because before I had that relic, I wasn't really able to do Hydra Nightmare with my Trunda team, but now it's actually no problem. I did my new personal best on Hydra Nightmare. I did like 1.25 billion damage, and I'm going to show you that in a video I recorded. And before that, I wasn't able to do it. Now, I know that some people are able to achieve those numbers without Trunda, without a Trunda team, but those are the guys that have like insane gear, maybe even the Hydra area bonuses maxed out and stuff like that. So I'm not really comparing myself to anybody. I'm just looking like how did this relic improve my performance, right? As I said before that relic, I wasn't able to do Hydra Nightmare with my Trunda team. Now it was absolutely no problem. And to be fair, I didn't even reach turn limits, so, if I would have tried a couple more times and tried to live longer and do more damage, I would probably even do twice as much damage as I did. So, really, really significant change by using this relic. Now, there are quite a few options that I could probably do here. For example, instead of the Vera deals 5% more damage against enemies with full HP, I could also use this destructive accuracy where the Vera ignores 5% of the target's resistance. But then again, I'm only interested in placing 8 HP burns at the moment, so after that it won't really benefit me that much. I would rather, take the 5% more damage against full HP enemies. There's also gemstones like this where you have to kill the enemy to increase their damage dealt by 10%, but in Hydra you don't kill the Hydra heads, you decapitate them, so this effect wouldn't take place, unfortunately. But if it did, it would probably even be more insane. So yeah, these two gemstones were the absolutely best choice in my opinion on my account, and yeah, the results were amazing. Now let's actually take a look at the recorded video. So there you go, I'm just gonna show you the results first. So 1.2 billion damage on Hydra Nightmare, 5 billion clash points. This is my absolute best I ever did, and yeah, I'm pretty amazed by it. As you can see, I'm running a W Mako Lydia Gorbtuk team. I'm using Duchess. I would love to use Lenakis instead, but I don't have Lenakis, so I was looking for a different option, and Duchess seems pretty nice because of the veil, and yeah, then the Head of Torment doesn't cause any problems. Also, she buffs block debuffs, the attack up, and can revive, and also places sometimes continuous heals when she revives, because sometimes some of my champions die. Yeah, overall, Duchess worked pretty well. Now, look at the damage of Trunda. 1.1, almost she basically did the whole thing solo. Trunda still, one of the cheat codes basically for Hydra. And the W Makers aren't really the reason why Trunda is doing so much damage. The reason is just Trunda, basically. So, yeah, and with this relic, I think some people can push the damage even further. This is absolutely crazy. I think the most I did on like 4 decapitated heads was like 120, 130 million damage, but I think, let me actually look for that. So yeah, let's take a look. I mean, those are probably, very low numbers for some people out there that have like crazy Trunda comps and gear and, whatever, but let's just take a look at this. So I'm sitting at like 77 million damage. And now I'm about to use Trunda's A2 in a second with 3 decapitated heads. And yeah, let's just see what happens. My damage goes up to, yeah, like 481. So I did like 100 million damage just with 1 A2. Only 3 decapitated heads. If it was 4, would probably be like 130, 140 million or whatever. But yeah, absolutely crazy for me to do that on Hydra Nightmare, as I was not able to maintain enough damage to be able to decapitate the heads. So again, these relics are just, amplifying and ramping up more damage for the already overpowered champions like Trunda. In my opinion, Trunda is still not where she should be in terms of damage, because she just outperforms some of the best mythical champions in the game. And I don't know if that should be that way, but for now, this is what it is. Comps like these are dominating Hydra clashes, and there's nothing you can do about it but, to have one of these Trunda teams on your own, or hope you pull these champions one day. So yeah, it is what it is. But back to the relic, you can basically use this on any damage dealer that places debuffs. You can use it on a ninja, you can use it on a harima, you can use it on a varl, you can use it on a wukong, you can use it on a newt, you can use it on a ronda. It doesn't really matter. Every damage dealer that places debuffs will benefit from this specific relic, because the damage ramps up every time you place a debuff. And then if you have Nature's Wrath as well, is another synergy with debuffs, and it's just beautiful to see. Now let me show you my Trunda stats. If I choose the Hydra area bonuses as well, these are my Hydra stats: 8.4k attack, a little bit more than 100 crit rate. Definitely need to adjust it a little bit. I can tune that a little bit down and get something else up. 316 crit damage and 300 accuracy, which is just fine to land some debuffs on Nightmare. Sometimes they get resisted, but it is whatever. I just need to place like 8 HP burns, and then I maxed out my damage increase. So yeah, pretty interesting. Honestly, this relic boosted my damage significantly, and if you have this relic, I would definitely suggest you to put it on one of your damage dealers like Val, or any type of damage dealer that places debuffs. Also, if you just use that champion for like a dungeon or whatever, there's also like circular gemstones like this, where the wearer deals 10% more damage in dungeon battles, which is also pretty nice and interesting. Maybe this will shorten your time in some of the dungeons, for example. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you this new toy that I'm using on my Trunda, and the results were absolutely amazing. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video.